Hi everyone, welcome back to our Simplified home. My name is Candace and I am back for another edition of my weekly Declutter with Me series. In this series, well, every week of my life lately, I'm trying to put together one grocery bag full of stuff to bring to my donation center as I work to continue to simplify my home. So then once a week I share 3 of the items that are going into that bag and talk a little bit with you about why. And the point of that is to try to encourage you to think about some of the stuff that's in your home differently and see if it's something that you can pass on to someone else this week also. As we continue to try to simplify our homes, sometimes it's helpful just to get ideas from other people. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So without further ado, let's just get to the 3 things that are in my bag this week. Okay. First in my bag is this collection of plastic bowls. So you're gonna notice the theme about all the items this week, and we'll talk about that at the end. But for now, these plastic bowls, which are cool, they're empty, plain, clear plastic bowls that I bought for an event over a year ago. I used maybe half of them, and I held on to these for an entire year thinking I would use them. But look, I have not used them, and honestly, I probably won't. So even though these are great, and at some point in my life in the future, yeah, I will probably use a clear plastic bowl, but I don't need to hold on to this forever just because I might use it someday, because I know that if I do need them, I can go find more. One of the other things going in my donation bag this week is this Christmas wreath. So we are taking our Christmas decorations down this week. And this is one that I bought, I think 10 years ago to go in a house that we used to live. And I had a bunch of these on all the inside doors. And I liked the way it looked. And yeah, it was a good part of our Christmas decoration. But that was 10 years ago. And in, between then and now, we have lived in a lot of different homes. And I don't necessarily like the way this looks in this home. This is not what I would choose. And I just realized, just because I have something doesn't mean that it's the right thing for me. And also, as I work to simplify my home a little more, that's an opportunity for me to really invest in the things I like. And I'm gonna, be buying less decorations. So at the very least, they should be decorations that I like. So this one is going into the donation bin this week. The next thing that's going into the donation bin this week is this hat that I actually really have liked, and I live in a part of the world that gets very cold, and so this hat is nice and warm, and I still like it, but I don't like the way this has stretched out at the top. And honestly, I have a couple of other hats that I like even more. But for a period of my life, this was my number one hat. I have pictures of me wearing this hat, 10 years ago, and it was just one of my favorites. But you know how it goes, life moves on, things change, and now I have other hats that I always choose. And I just realized that I never choose this hat in the mornings when I'm getting ready to go outside, and that's a sign that I don't need it anymore. So I am going to put this one in the donation bin this week. Those are 3 of the items that are going in my donation bag this week. And you might have noticed the theme of all of those. Those are all items that I have had for a long time, at least a year or more, some of them a decade. And at one point in my life, I loved those items. And they just mean something. They represent a nice point in my life. What I know to be true about simplifying one's home and trying to clear out the clutter, that the clutter often comes about when we try to hold on to things from past times in our life and also things that we are using now. So if I were to hold on to that hat because it represented great times years ago, but then I also have the hats that I like now, well then that's one way that my wardrobe can become cluttered. So it's important that we just check in with ourselves and am I holding on to this item because it still works for me? Is it something that I would choose now? Or is this something that I'm holding on to because it meant something to me in the past? If it's that one, if it's something from the past, then I would encourage you to really think about What purpose is it serving now? Is it contributing to the clutter, or is it working with you as you are trying to simplify your home? If you're making decluttering decisions this week, I wish you great luck. We are going to continue on this decluttering journey together. And in the meantime, I will just plan to meet you here again in our simplified home really soon. Bye.